Hey everybody, my name's Greg. I'm coming to you from Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm going to be doing a quick little video about installing a spare tire carrier. As you can see behind me, I got a 2018 Midnight Edition ZR2. Been looking to get the tire from under the truck and looked at a few options. The Titan spare tire carrier bar and the 589, and also just kind of doing my own little contraption in the back of my truck to get that spare tire from under. So went with the 589 after I'd heard a lot about kind of the makeup of what that Titan carrier was and wasn't too impressed. As you can see here, got the parts. Came with this is the main bracket piece here. Just a little story is I put some etching on it, did my own etch, and threw some hammer on there. I know everybody's got different opinions, but I just want to put a few coats of paint on there. It just came raw steel. I have some pictures of that. On top of that, you have a tire strap here, another smaller strap, but some of the other parts I needed was this 7/16 bit. But the kit also comes with riv nuts. And I haven't been someone that's been too familiar with actually putting in riv nuts, but it looks like that is the way to go on this particular setup. One of the things I was a little disappointed in is this is the riv nut kind of doohickey to actually get it in there. This is the install piece that 589 provided me with. And if you go online and look at kind of making your own riv nut installer kit, this quite isn't it. This is what they sent me. It's missing some key parts here, some locking little threaded washers on this part of it help a lot. But man, I gave this a try, and honestly, this is my truck. I care a lot about this vehicle. Obviously, I've spent quite a bit, but this just isn't gonna cut it. So I stepped up. I needed to get an install done right, and so I went with the Tack Life riv nut installer. I've already given it a try, and man, it's incredibly easy. The other thing that I did that's really important to me is I went with stainless steel. This kit cost me with shipping a little over $180, which is pretty significant for a mount, a metal steel mount. The strap, a smaller strap, and basically this little riv nut and these riv nut kits. So for $180, I definitely was a little bit price shocked by the quality of some of the parts, but ultimately I think it's going to get done what I need done. But I went with stainless steel. I had to order these riv nuts off Amazon. I also went with stainless steel bolts. That stuff matters to someone like me for the long term, and so I just don't think that these zinc nuts and riv nuts, I'm just kind of particular. So not a hit against them, but I just prefer higher quality, so I'm going with that. You know, this little item cost me, it was about $60, but again, this to install those, this just isn't going to get it done in my opinion, and this is a pretty significant install. I think you start punching holes in the bed of your truck, it's kind of a one-hit deal. So I'm going to jump back here, kind of give you an idea. I'm mounting it on the passenger side of the truck, and I've already pre-drilled the holes. So I got 2 holes here, 2 more in this section, and then this was a little tricky, is I'm having to go through this the top rail guard, and then also, as you can see, I have the rack, but I didn't hit any obstacles in that, but I did have to go through this plastic, and I don't think that's going to give me issues doing that, mounting those riv nuts, especially with that installation handle that I have now. So let me go ahead and drop these in place. As you can see, the 2 go on the bottom and the 1 goes on top. So I'm going to get that done and then kind of fast forward, and I think everything will come together quite smoothly. Thanks. So here we go, everybody. Just finished installing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 riv nuts. I did have to cut just a little bit into the plastic top of the bed liner, And as you can see, this steel mount is gonna line up there real nice, and also in there. So let me go ahead and get that attached, and we'll continue. All right, everybody, so I went ahead and installed the bolts. Everything went in really smooth. This really, I think, is gonna keep that tire in place, and so I'm pretty glad about that. Just with the big strap, I think even the directions say make sure you put this in before you tighten these down, so I needed to loosen them up a little bit to get it in there. But it's nice. It's got the big tire strap. It's got another strap that goes around the wheel, the rim here, to hold that. But the other good thing about this location is you can actually run a lock on there, and that'll keep it nice and secure too, in case you're worried about theft. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that in, and we'll do a kind of a wrap up after that. So there you have it, everybody. I finished up the spare tire installation, and I mean, it feels really secure, really tight. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Again, we got this secondary strap that's going around the bolt there, plus this big tire ratchet strap. And then again, like I said, I like the fact that I can see the little hinge there, so that I can bring a lock around that too, just for security purposes. The pros and cons, I think the pros are there's nothing else like this on the market. I definitely think that my tire's gonna stay put when I'm off-roading, and that's really the number one purpose. I think it looks great here in the back. Off to the side, the big mounts that take up, 2/3 of your bed are not very desirable for someone like me. I do a lot of fishing outdoors, so I like having storage capacity in my bed of my truck. So overall, I'm happy. I think 589 being the first ones out of the gate with the design as such for this truck did a great job. There's little things that I would tweak, or if you watch some videos about riv nuts, and I'm new to riv nuts, so I might have been doing everything completely wrong, but this setup wasn't complete for the designs that I've seen. And even having a larger tool like this, it made a huge difference. The investment's worth it for someone like me. I have a boat that I do a lot of modifications, and even on the ZR2 in the years to come, I can see me continuing to use the riv nuts. But again, improving from zinc to stainless, that's a personal preference of mine. I'm not going to hit them on that. That's just something I'm very adamant about, is going with stainless steel hardware. So overall, I'm really happy. I haven't taken it out yet, but I'll try and do a review on that. Again, 589 fabrication. It was about $180 with shipping. And again, it came raw steel. I cleaned it, degreased it, hit it with the self-etch primer and some Rust-Oleum hammered. That's my preference. You can do whatever you want. But overall, I'm happy with the product, and I hope you guys got to see a little bit of the process for installing something of this nature. Everybody, take care, get out there, keep your trucks dirty.